Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to Waking God's Child YouTube channel. And with my guest host, we've got Trish Munoz, and we've got my sweet friend, Sheila Roeder. So we want to wish you all a happy evening. Hope everything's going well for everyone. Everyone's well, healthy, and doing as well as they can and healthy as they can. Let's put it like that. And from there, I'm going to let these two ladies take it away. Before I go any further, though, let me introduce a new guest. Here is Trish Munoz. This is her first time on the channel. Trish, how are you tonight?
I am here. I'm alive.
You're alive and kicking, right? So I'm going to ask you a couple of quick questions. When was your onset of Morgellons? When would you say that?
2014 is when it was activated.
2014. What were your signs and symptoms that you first noticed that you knew something was off and wrong?
Well, first of all, the lesions that everyone gets just started appearing out of nowhere. I at first initially thought I was getting bit by spiders because they were just everywhere, and obviously the fibers became a very quick part of that. But just incredible sores all over the place. My hair was falling out. Just really bad things.
Right. And Sheila, I know you had spoke of a lot of that last time we were on here, which makes it really hard when you have to deal with the general public and even your family after that, right? And you were telling me something a moment ago about, just the physical exhaustion and the energy it takes. Would you like to go on with that?
Yeah. We're extra cautious what's in our environment. We want to see what we're around. And I know that, people are this is crazy, but no, seriously, it's painful, it's painful what we go through. You stick your hand somewhere and you're not even, paying attention to what's going on. And that's the way we used to be. But we can't do that anymore. We can't do that because you stick your hand somewhere and there could be something there that hurts you.
Right.
And causes you
Trish was
pain.
talking about that earlier too.
Yeah, it's no joke. So when people bring their, when they come to visit, they don't realize that. I think that's why a lot of Morgellons people isolate. It's not just about the families; it's about them because they find it exhausting.
Right.
I know. I have my grandkids come, but I do pay a huge price for that. And I mean, I won't. The joy is well worth it. But, when people are bringing things in and out of the house, and I know that, my daughters try to accommodate, but they don't get the severity of it. Right. They really don't. And sometimes I wonder with COVID, how people are washing their stuff.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more than just a damn virus,
Right.
I'm not
And we have to be careful how we say that. This is for entertainment purposes only, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so now carry on because people
yeah.
need to hear this entertainment that we've got going on week. So go on.
That.
No, that's good. That's good because we just made it. We made our it's for entertainment purposes only. You can take it with a grain of salt and you can shove it right up your rear if you don't like it. But right. So
yeah, I just
there you go, algorithm. You are welcome. Be here all
that
night
stuff on Facebook. I just got sanctioned for that. So
I've been banned.
But there you go. This is America. What is going on? You really everybody.
Yeah.
This shouldn't be happening.
It should not.
So, each of us are entitled to our own opinion and our own thoughts, but.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Trish? You kind of probably are along the same lines. Hello, Tia. Oh, that's Tia.
Yes. No, I completely agree, and I just wanted to agree with her that it's very difficult to be around other people for various reasons, but we try to.
Yeah, TR3 says that he believes it's connected to nano. Agreed. Correct.
Oh, of course. What's that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't hear that.
So we have TR3 on here.
I can't see all that. My eyes are terrible.
Yeah, so I'm reading it to you. He says he believes it's connected to nano, and we yes, of course, yes, absolutely. No, it's not just your opinion. Trust me, it's all of our opinion. You nailed it. So,
I
So,
used to clean for enjoyment, like, you know, like it was fun to do it. It's not fun anymore. People really think that.
yeah,
It's not the OCD. It's now it's more surviving.
Right.
survival of the fittest, right?
Yeah, like I've
Mm.
had to really simplify my life as best that I can. Like empty out things, get rid of them.
Yeah.
Not,
You
you know,
too,
I mean, I
Trish.
have things, but I make it simple
What?
here.
Yeah, right. You have to, right? How would you say your life's changed also, Trish? Have you seen
Oh
like
my
just a
gosh.
significant everything?
There is nothing that has remained untouched by this, and that's the worst
Amen.
part. Like it's physical, it's spiritual, it's mental, it's psychological, it's all of this rolled into one
It's a
big.
roller coaster ride on top of that.
Yes, yes, and there's, like I said, that's the way there's just nothing that hasn't been, your family relationships have changed, the way you can do things, you can get up and get dressed in the morning and stuff your own clothes will hurt you. I mean, that sounds ridiculous, but if you
No,
know,
it's
you know.
not ridiculous. It's true.
Yeah, I
And
always like make a joke. My
almost,
clothes bite me, but it's true.
yeah, it's almost like being allergic to the world. I mean, it really is. And
Like my
Like the
kids
kid
will
in
give
the
me
bubble is what it
clothes,
feels
and
like, but except for when nobody
my
provided us with the bubble,
that's
my
right.
kids will give me
right?
clothes and they get mad at me because I can't wear them.
Oh, that's what
You know,
happened with me with
Me
my
too.
mother. She gave me a sweater for Christmas and it was beautiful. But I tried to put that on and my neck, bam, I could not wear it.
Yeah,
and
it's sad.
I don't know how it is for you guys, but like my first thing with the clothes was how you see it. I know I felt like the Rain Man. I really thought I was just losing my mind. Patterns, shapes, the
It's
whole
patterns and
nine.
shapes. I always say that in my head. I'm always out loud. Patterns and shapes. Patterns and shapes.
So I
Right?
used to see them on my eyebrows and on
All
the
the
lids of
time.
my eyes, right? So
Patches on their animals.
I'm getting ready for work one day, and my knee got wet when I was kneeling down to get something out of the dresser. I looked down, and that pattern is going across my jeans.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Been
well,
there, done
at
that.
first I was stunned. I actually I wasn't sure what was going on, and then it hit, and I ripped them
It's
off,
mind blowing.
and I went through. It didn't matter if they were $100 jeans or if they were $10 jeans. They were all like that. They had like puckers. Do you know what I mean? Like a pucker, like in a
I know
drape.
exactly what you mean.
Yeah, it was terrible. And
Yep.
that's when my friend researched and it said, you know, there's a zoo in my clothes. Yeah, it was terrible.
Right?
It was terrible. I was ripping my clothes off driving down the road. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I know what
TR3
that
is
sounds
also
like, but
sharing that his family got the roller up your sleever,
Hmm.
which we know kind of has a connection with this. So I think that's a level. I can't really even. I
I
just
think that just
beg
puts
of you
it on a
guys,
physical
please
end.
do not do it. And I know he's the only one in his family who's saying that, really has the good head on his shoulders. He knows better, and keep it that way. TR3, definitely, you're wise beyond. So, okay, go
It's
on,
just the
ladies. I'm
fact
sorry.
with all the lies, that should be enough.
Yeah,
That should
thank
be
you.
that should be enough.
Yes.
So many lies. I mean, it's just disgusting. Disgusting. I mean, I used to be proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, right? Yeah, I'm disgusted with all of this right now. I'm disgusted with who we become and what we're doing, and they're killing us. And again, this is for entertainment purposes only. Algorithm, you're welcome.
It's a prison without walls, that's for sure.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
coming.
who needs walls when they
Coming.
already put you through this?
People
I
really
mean,
need to wake up. It's coming.
It's coming, is
It's
right.
coming. I mean, UK or Australia was like us, and they're not anymore.
they have
They're not.
changed. Every country
Their
seems like
lockdown is so bad.
Africa. It's bad.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
bad.
But
So, what do you ladies
it's
think
going
about
to
that?
what?
As far as the other countries and the way they're going about things. Do you think that? I mean, I think these signs were written, and you and I, we all talked about. All three of us have talked about this.
We're not going to
Those.
I
change
will
it.
say that I'm sorry.
We're not going to change it.
No.
We're not going to change it. It's written.
The
If you
person
believe
in
in God, I understand the Bible was tampered with, but we're following
Right. Yeah.
everything. I mean, it's all there. Wormwood, all of it.
What were you saying too,
We're headed
Trish?
for one world order. I mean,
Yeah.
I was just saying that TR3 and it said in the chat that they think it's triggering everyone's health. European descendants seem to have more negative effects in my observations. Well, I
Agreed.
will say, well, okay, but
Some of them that they've shown anyway, they push certain things, I think.
because I'm not European and I have had, I mean, really bad, bizarre things happening. I mean,
Yeah, I think he's talking about the jab with the
oh, I'm
Hydra.
sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, yeah, but that's okay. Yeah, he's talking because I think that people are starting to click with the connections with
I see that
with
now.
what
All
we got
right.
going
No, it's not
on. Yeah, no, but I mean, I agree with you on that, Trish. You're right. It does not discriminate on any level with Morgellons disease. But with the jab, I've seen, they sure do push that thought a lot. That what it seems like it targets a lot. So, but again, this is for entertainment purposes only. Algorithm. Okay. So you go ahead, ladies. Take it away.
I'm not sure where you want to go.
yeah,
I'm telling you that there is no, I think that we're just going to be able to be comfortable. That's about it. That's about
if that,
it.
right?
Yeah, because what's making us sick isn't going to change. They're spraying the hell out of us. I mean,
everyone's looking for a cure. Not there.
it isn't there. It isn't
You
there.
can
But we
ease
can be
the
comfortable.
symptoms.
We can be
But yeah.
comfortable. We can
What do you
get
think on that,
some
Trish? Do you agree that it's probably not going anywhere, or?
I don't think that, yes, I agree that I don't think that it's going to change, but I also believe that it's always been here, just maybe in a different format. I remember people telling me that this showed up in their clothing, like the holes being eaten and all that stuff back in the 60s. So, I mean, this has been around for a long time. So, no, I don't think it's going anywhere, but I do think, I believe there has to be a way that we can be more than comfortable. I really believe that because, I mean, maybe not, but I have seen people get, like, I don't want to call it remission exactly, but something along the
Yeah, well, I
lines.
mean, we
but
all
then they
three
fall
could be,
backwards.
in that category.
I have good times.
Yeah.
Better times, not good times.
Yeah.
Better.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just there though. We just know it's still there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I look around, I see it on everybody.
Today,
Everybody.
even my best days today, though, I'm still dealing with issues.
Yeah.
There's never a day that it's without it.
That's true.
100%.
Moderate, or severe. It doesn't, there's a level to it.
Yeah.
It's always there.
Yeah.
Amen. It is. Yep. So
And
Trish,
we can eliminate some things, but we can't eliminate if you're going to live.
the fact that it's
food
present,
isn't
it's not
good.
going anywhere.
Exactly. Our food isn't good.
Water,
Most
air.
of our products are not good. Our water is not good. I mean, our air
We are
isn't
enslaved on every level.
So you just have to live the best as you can.
Amen to that, because life wasn't promised to be long ever. It never was. It was just we got what we got, and we need to make the best of it because it's not getting any longer, guys. We're underway. I mean, we're living in Revelation. I don't care what anyone says. I said last night, I'll say it again.
I agree with that.
It's not fear mongering, right? It's not fear mongering. It's truthful. I mean, we didn't come in this world like not knowing that, so don't pretend like you don't know.
Don't forget Morgellons. I mean, just look at all that's going on. What went up with the
right?
Wormwood.
Here.
Wormwood is here.
Yeah, Trish, didn't you say something about the wormwood earlier, too, Trish? Have you noticed?
I don't remember what I said, but yes.
Yeah, the observation on that, I know Sheila's been following, is also it's insane.
Oh yes,
it's
and
insane.
I mean, Jesus says in the Bible that He'll make them to drink wormwood.
Like sure
God,
wormwood is the planetary system that's here now. That's God's judgment on man.
Right.
You betcha. You betcha. That is exactly.
I mean, and they're not showing
something's coming. It's here. I feel it.
Flooding that's going on and earthquakes that are going on.
Yeah, the tsunami that just happened at underwater volcano. I mean,
and they're not talking about
what is going on? I mean, we know what's going on, but it does make your head just literally spin
it.
sometimes.
It does make your head spin, because the worst part of it is there are people like in the Senate that we've elected that are there screaming. There's natural immunity to the, you know,
Right.
and they're screaming about what's going on, and nobody wants to listen.
No, they all have earmuffs on. They want to like, la, 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 I heard nothing.
It doesn't affect
And
me.
do you
It
want to
doesn't
be
affect
left
me.
there standing like this in the end? Is that what you want? Is that really what you want? Is it worth it? Take the damn earmuffs off, the blinders off, put your big girl or boy panties up all the way to your boobies and get ready, because that's what you got to do.
It was, I don't quote me, but I was listening to a news thing on YouTube, and it said there was 12, somewhere it was minimal, 1,200 deaths or something in Australia that did the severe lockdown. Like, they're arresting people, and I think they said that that's what they lose on a normal 1,200 total for the, and
Right.
they lose that daily on just regular things, but they lock down the whole country.
Right.
I mean, that's insane. That's insane.
It is. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this right here. And apparently, I'm trying to take myself off, but it's not letting me. So here I am.
You say you with your pretty little
It's
hair
got me in the
and
big frame, though. I don't like it. I'm like,
no, it's okay. Well, I don't want to be in the big frame. You just stay right
I
there.
know. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's not about us. We're doing this for others. So
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's hard. Like, Lisa, I commend you to doing what you do. I know
Thank
how hard you work, and you have a life, and having the problems that we have, and seeing the things that we see.
thank you.
You know,
Thank you. Yeah, people don't
that
realize what it
spiritual
takes for
stuff
any of
is
us
not-
to go about a day.
I
A
said I was going
lot
to take
for
the
us.
trash out to the dumpster. I couldn't even make it out the door. That's
It's
what was
exhausting.
so long. I couldn't
I
even get out
believe
the
that.
door because of what we see and what we deal with.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, not tonight. Not tonight.
There you go.
So, I mean, but it's there,
Yeah.
It's
It is
real as
there
real
and
as
very, very ever so present. It's.
I never met you or knew you in my life, and we have the same pictures. Same.
I know.
That's
Trisha
crazy.
and I were talking. You and I were talking. We have a lot of those similarities with the pictures and the experiences. It's
Seriously,
unbelievable.
I go on the Nibiru groups, and they have the
You what?
on the Nibiru groups, for
Yeah.
the wormwood,
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
the same pictures. They just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
They're like,
You were,
what's going on out there?
and we have them too. And it's like looking at theirs. It's like, what is going on? I mean, they know, but they haven't figured. Do you think it's clicked with some of those groups yet?
Some, yeah, because I read
you know
the
what I
comments.
mean?
Some,
Like what they're
some,
actually looking at.
they even know with wormwood. Some do.
Yeah.
The others,
There's some that,
hold on,
they just
my
know it's
grandson
planetary
just
objects.
woke up. Hold on, my grandson just woke up.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
No problem.
She's in bed.
All right. Well, Trish,
Do you want to come on.
I was going to ask you earlier too. I mean, I know every day is a struggle for you too, and you had some hellacious experiences. We were talking about the neck area, but would you like to maybe share that story with some of them? Because I know it helps everyone by hearing.
Well, my experience with that is just basically that something had wrapped around my neck, and it took me years to get anyone to listen to me as far as doctors are concerned, and I don't even go to them now because it's just not. They're not.
I don't believe in them. I will not too. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, thank you. And this thing just kept getting bigger, and I have made many videos proving that, showing it what it was doing. It moves by itself. It's like, again, with the nanotechnology, I will be honest, I believe it's something called a nanoworm. And there's lots of evidence of that. And other people have this. It's just not
me. This happened to me. Yes, ma'am.
I guess everyone's is in a different place, maybe, or it gets activated in a different way or for a different reason. I don't know, but I just know we're all individuals and this affects us all differently, but yet the same because as much as it's all the same for us, there are situations that we have gone through that only we have experienced. And I know that sounds, you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
personal.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Mr. Mission Control, like he said, and as he's right, resistance is futile.
I
I
saw
mean,
that, and that actually made me mad a little bit because I mean, you can't.
I think there's
you
a
have
movie that he's quoting.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It's just because the predictive programming, it just comes right into play.
That's true.
It's
Well, like
scary, but it's true. Like the
my
programming
aunt
tells you right in your face, right?
my aunt isn't awake. Not like me or you or Trish or the
Right.
others, you know. But she says to me the other day, "What's with all these movies that they have out? They're all like end times." And I was,
Mhm.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. They have to tell you what they're going to do before they do it. So,
Yeah,
are
they
you
have
okay
to.
with
I
it?
mean, it's been written that,
But she's sleeping and she sees it.
wow.
You know?
Yeah.
She's like, "What's up
Yeah.
with all these movies? Like they're all about the end of the world." And
Because
I'm like,
because
Yeah.
they have to show you ahead of time so that therefore nobody can say, like they would be like, well, we told them the truth.
Or
Right.
You know what
since
I
when?
mean?
Look at this one with the Lucifer series. I mean, come
Mhm.
on. When did we ever have anything like that?
True.
I don't remember
True.
anything.
Well, I
A
mean,
scary
like,
movie, but this is a series. Like people are watching this like the soap opera.
my daughter's
Right.
in there watching Stranger Things or something like that right now. And I know some of you are like, well, why are you letting her watch it? I'm like, she's 16. It comes to a point where you can only do so much anymore. And they're going to do it, whether you like it or not. But the thing is, just pray to God, you instilled enough common sense and smarts and wholesome things into them that they'll figure it
But
out and get it right
they'll
one
be
of these
glued to
days.
that TV, or they'll watch paranormal caught on camera.
I've always been a
They
sci-fi
believe
freak. I
that.
would
They
not
believe
lie.
all that
So
stuff, right? They believe all that.
yeah,
Paranormal, caught on camera, showed
it's
a
real.
fairy or something, and they're like, oh, okay. But if you tell them, look at my phone, they don't want to look at
Right.
Exactly.
it. As long as it's on
That's
that
that's
TV.
the MK Ultra or something. It's got to be, or the nanotech that's already a computing system inside of their bodies,
Yeah. That's
telling
more
them
the
what to say, do, and think.
I don't know. I don't understand because I wasn't one in the family to ever lie to any of them. Like
I hear you,
I
Mr.
wouldn't
Mission
even
Control.
waste
I'll
my
talk to you
time.
soon.
I wouldn't even waste my time with this shit. I'd be out kayaking, four-wheeling, riding horses. I wasn't,
Right.
you know.
Yeah,
I don't know what
exactly.
to say about that.
No. I mean, I honestly, and I actually watch, and this is going back, but I watched this movies like the scary ones. I always have. I don't know why I've always been drawn to them. I don't know if it's
too.
because you know what I mean? I don't know if it's because I want to see what I, am up against, or if maybe I relate
Oh,
to
I
in
don't watch
some
them
ways.
now.
It's
I
scary to
don't
say
watch
that,
them
but you
now
gotta wonder, right?
because I know you can let bad things into your house just through the movies. So
Right.
yeah, I don't do it.
You
Yeah,
betcha.
you can actually. Yeah, I'm screwed
You can
enough.
manifest things very
Yeah,
Exactly.
we were talking
I'm
about that.
screwed
Yeah.
enough. I'm not. No.
very easily. We have more power and strength than I think any of us are aware of.
Yeah.
So I mean, and with our capabilities are a little more, how do you say, advanced than what we understand. I think with
Quantum
I
physics.
think the hardest
manifestations.
part for me is watching people, even people I don't know,
Mhm.
and like if I'm out shopping or something, you see them putting clothes on, or they're just without thinking.
They're just
You
not a
see?
clue in the world, right?
Yeah, they have
Trish and I were talking about that too. People are just not.
Yeah.
wrapping
They
the
don't
baby.
listen. They don't care. They don't want to know.
They
Not a
don't
care in the
know.
world.
But the thing is, they're gonna care at some point, and I pray to God that there's still people like us around to help them because it is scary to do this by yourself.
It's
Like to
Well,
have
I
absolutely.
think
nobody.
that people right now are so conditioned into their cell phones and
Yes.
texting stuff that they don't notice. Because I've seen it on
Purposely been placed that
I've seen it on the
babysitters watching.
children where they have the scratches that appear, and then
I've
quickly
had
Yeah,
those for years.
But
the
yeah,
scratches.
we all do. Yeah, but I've seen them on
Yeah.
kids, and I know as a parent, I would have been, what? You know what I
What the
mean?
crap, right?
right?
Yeah.
Or you see their veins aren't right, or you see something else going on, but their parents today,
Ah,
they're so into their phones and I just
Jeez,
don't
you look
think
at
there's
dinner
enough.
tables anymore.
They
Anywhere
don't
you
sit there
go out to
down.
eat, people are just, they would not know if someone like did a robbery and stuck up the whole
No,
place and walked out
there,
with their purse and everyone else is, and they still be in their phone eating their food and just text it away.
there's
we're
It's,
just not.
there's something
We're
I'd
not.
like to. I'm
what's that?
sorry. There's something I wanted to respond to. I don't know if that's what they meant or not, but he mentioned something about inherited programming, and that really stuck with me because I think a lot of this is passed down to like it's hard to. I don't know. I'm not.
Generation to generation,
Yes, and I believe that.
generation type.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I told you, and I don't generally always talk about this, but the whole MK Ultra side of my particular programming was because of my birth. And at that point, I mean, that's why I said that really stuck with me because I think a lot of this is inherited and nobody really explores that side to my knowledge so
Well, the
far.
Bible speaks of that, how, a sin or whatever in the family or
Passed
whatever it
down.
was, or
Yeah.
fallen ones, whatever, it carries from generation to generation. And I don't even remember what verse that is. Do you guys know? I mean, Sheila's my one that can usually tell me these things like right away. She's really good about that. I know it's there. I'm just terrible with
But I'm
remembering
not sure what you're
pretty much
saying.
anything.
Well, it's in Deuteronomy. I know that much.
Is it? So,
It talks
yeah.
about.
Well,
Well, yes. I'm sorry. It's about the sins of the fathers.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But
it's the stuff's in the Bible for a
there's
reason,
the
and I
Old
know a lot of people are like,
Testament
oh,
and the New
that's
Testament,
it's
and
been,
we're
and
under
I know
the
it
New
has been
Covenant.
manipulated, but it's still got a
We,
lot of wisdom in it.
yeah.
But it also said, but the thing is about that generational iniquity, if you want to call it that, or whatever it is, that is supposed. I do believe that that there's repentance for that. You know what I mean? And
Oh yeah,
God is not somebody who's just going to stand there with a hammer and bash your head in because it's something your ancestors
all you have
did.
to do is call out His name and invite Him in,
Exactly,
take a measure.
and that's
I
important for
mean,
people
you're
to
right.
know. You don't have to be stuck with what they did.
Exactly right. I believe that 100%. Sheila, did you find that or you
What?
looking? Are you? I thought you were looking for the scripture on that.
Talking to me, yes, about the monarch butterfly.
Oh,
Believe it or
what about it?
He asked, "You're a monarch butterfly?" I help monarchs regress and move on, and I said, "If you were talking to me, the answer is yes."
Okay, I need. Are you talking? I'll give Trish. Mr. Mission Control wants Trish's phone number, I believe, and I will do. So, or vice versa. Trish, I'll give you his number. You can get in touch with
Okay.
him. He wants to talk. He actually, he's a friend of mine. He's been around this channel since the beginning, and he's got a channel as well. I encourage all of y'all to check out TR3's channel, as well as Mr. Mission Control's channel, as well as Critical Thinking's channel, as well as Carl Schultz's channel, as well as Sheila Road, as well as Trish Munoz. I mean, I could go on and on. There's a lot of people out there that you need to be looking at and researching yourself. You don't have to take our words for it. We're not, we're not false meaning, but
just remember that we're here to live too, and there's only so
amen.
much research that we can. I mean, we've had to. Everything's been a damn lot. I had to learn it all over at 53, 54. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot
It's
to
too
do
much. Yeah.
in a short amount of time, and realizing just the fact that you've been lied to. I mean,
Yeah.
your whole life. That's which meant you lied to your children.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, you just basically have to mourn the life that you had and rebuild a new
Yeah.
one from
That's right.
the ruins, because that's all we have left now.
From the ashes we rise up, though, and we will. It may not be here, but my gosh,
It's not going to be here.
we are going to get through it, though. We're going to get through it. Maybe not. I mean, the thing is, we have better days ahead. We do. It doesn't have to be here. This was not ever promised to be a good ride or anything like that.
This life is uncomfortable.
Very much so. And if we think about, the suffering of Lord and Savior,
Even being around our family members.
Book of Job is prime, right?
Well, my family's not like it used to be at all.
No. I don't
So
That was going to be
recognize
my
mine
question
anymore.
for you too. Was that before this got activated in you? Was your life okay? Because mine was not. even
No, my
before
life
that.
has been a shit show from the beginning.
Me too. Me too. I was just checking.
That's interesting. I think everyone has a story, and what I've found as a common denominator with most individuals that either the MK Ultra, Monarch as Mr. Mission Control, I mean same
Yes.
thing, or just it seems like all of us that are experiencing one of these supernatural or unexplainable or Morgellons especially, seems like we've all hit rock bottom at one point in time or
That's
another. It was so hard that it knocked the life we knew out of
I was
us.
talking to you last
I
night
mean,
about
literally.
that. On YouTube about that preacher that was breaking down Daniel.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that he talks about is the people that are put through the fire right now.
Right.
And
That's right.
one of the things that I've almost seen across the board is that we've all had hard lives. And
See, and I had a
we
good life.
still
I really
love.
did.
We
But I
still
don't know
love.
what happened.
Well, I had a hard life.
Well, I
But
mean,
that
let's put it
doesn't
this
mean
way:
that there
bad things
wasn't
happened, yes. But
there
I
wasn't
mean,
a period of time. There was a period of time where I feel God gave me a gift because I
yeah,
feel like we all needed to enjoy this life. But
yeah.
I see that we're not like
But that's the
everybody
common
else.
denominator: the rough,
It's
hard life.
the
Mine
rough,
didn't get
hard
rough till
life, but
later, but
still
yeah,
keeping the ability to love. Most of us,
that's what it
if this
teaches
was
us.
happening to the other people, they would be like, F this, F them,
I'm out,
and
right?
hateful, right?
I think a
But
lot of
we're
people can.
really
Most
not.
couldn't make it this far.
I wouldn't wish this on anybody, not even the people that have been doing it.
Right. Me either.
It's funny you say that. Me neither. But I also
No,
see it as a blessing
I'm not saying
because
I'm not mad.
insight, right?
I'm not saying
Right.
I'm not mad.
Right.
I'm just saying that I refuse to give them, I refuse to be like them, and I refuse to let them take anything else from me.
That's
And the
right.
most that I can hold on to is my love and humanity and
That's
my
right.
compassion for other people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Well, like Mr. Mission Control said, I'm reading right here. He says, you got to put one foot in front of the other, and it doesn't matter one step in front of the other, and ignore that 10,000-foot ledge.
Mm-hmm.
And it is true. We have to live, and then that was well said and well spoken. So we do. We got to remember
A
to
lot of
breathe,
us
to
don't.
live, and
A
it's
lot of
hard
us
though.
don't. A lot of us
It's
struggle really hard with this, and
yes.
we don't make it.
See, Mr. Mission Control says the government knew our bloodlines from birth,
That's
and
true.
we were talking about that earlier. All of us, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Somehow we were trying to figure out because it seems like there is
Both my girls are
something
RAC.
going on. I was an Air Force baby, Brett. New Mexico. I mean, those two things right there should be a ding, ding, ding. But then we talk about bloodlines, and then Sheila, we recently talked about the family crest, right?
Mhm.
And then with Trish, we talked about the effect that there was an adoption, right, and that you had a bloodline that you did not know or was unaware of, or something like that. Correct? Seems like there's something that ties us all.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, for me, my grandfather had some connections to Hollywood, and also, there's Illuminati things in. I don't even like to, again.
Right.
So there's a lot of. I think there was a lot of reasons why I was adopted, and that was one of them.
So yeah, you probably your gut and your heart usually can tell you a lot more than what we always seemingly think we know. And hello to Najun Jackson, and she
Oh yes,
Navy baby, a Navy
on my
baby. So do you guys have military backgrounds, Trish, Sheila? Is
yes,
there military in your
definitely.
family?
My grandparents and just the normal stuff.
Just the normal thing, yeah. So
Every single person on my father's side is in the military. Every last
And
one.
my father did say that he thought on his sides were the Masons, which is
you see, my
yeah,
grandfather. My grandfather
which is
was.
really crazy because that's where
That's a tie right there.
Jackie brought that to me about the over
It's
in
the genocide
Germany.
or the
We
genealogy.
all have that in
You
common.
have to have Jackie come on, but it was
Yes,
really
I would
mind
love
blowing.
to. I
It
tried to
was
get
really
Carl
mind
tonight
blowing
too.
that she told me that the Masons were actually black. They were actually black in
Yeah, I
their
actually studied that too. She's right. Yeah.
because she
The
said
Knights
too,
Templar goes
you're
like,
from it's it's not so much Germany, but she knew everything. And she goes, because you're dark complected and everything, and they wiped out like that whole sect,
Right.
the white Masons. So yeah, and that was pretty wild. I was like, really? They were just yeah. But
So then that is a
they were
common
actually
denominator.
good, I guess. He said
Yes.
they were good, and then these white ones came along through the, you know,
Right.
bullshit that they do, and yeah.
So much of
I'm sorry,
that.
I just say it the way it
You need to
is.
be a
Sorry,
shovel for
Trish.
all that shit
I
going
just,
on.
I'll be holding the Bible and still say shit. I don't care.
Yeah, well,
God
Me
I
knows
found
too.
out,
Me
come to find
too.
out that's not your condemnation, or
And
there's
honestly, God,
God's
I
not
think
threatening on you. He knows where it's come from. So unless you're using it like
listen,
just in a filthy way
after
to be
this,
hateful and
after
awful.
this shit show
Right.
at my age, are you kidding me? This is,
Yeah, who
you know,
who would have thought for any of us?
I don't have time to sugarcoat nothing, and the truth
Right.
is we're running out of time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I wish
we
people would
truly are. Things
get
are
a grip
really
on that.
changing out there. If you look up, you know, put your phones down and look up.
Look
I
at the
mean,
dang sky. It has changed. And those
what
clouds that
color
you guys want
crayon
to call
did you
clouds are
use?
not freaking clouds,
What
okay?
color crayon did you used to use when you colored the sun? Yellow.
Right. Oh, I think it was
Yellow.
purple. See, right, the orange.
So
Have
how's
you
it
seen the
white?
sun be that color at
How's it
all?
white? And why
No.
is it
That's
always
simulator.
being
That's
covered up
simulator.
with those contrails? Bullshit.
Yep. And
Yeah,
also
okay,
there's the sun
whatever.
simulator, which is so bright white. I mean, they made it in China. It's like, that's a fact.
It is white.
You don't have to like
Yes.
freaking
It's
fact
white.
check it.
The sun is white now.
Yeah, that's because
That's
that's
not
the
the real
simulator.
sun.
That's not. It's
And
the
I'm not
simulator that's
kidding.
covering the.
And then
So
everybody's
they
out there
admitted
with these
that.
beautiful sunsets. They're not beautiful, people. You're breathing in. Oh, you're breathing in poison.
Yeah, my dad was always, isn't that pretty? When I would like be terrified to go outside, I'm like, no. I mean, Dad, that's bad. He's like, look how pretty all the ripples, and I'm like, that's nothing. There's nothing natural about that. I'm just
That's
like,
right.
what are you guys blind with? I mean, but it's not just him; it's the whole family. They're like, looks normal to me. I'm like, because this has been a slow process, and they've purposely done that. But if they were to just go back and look at pictures from 20 years ago, hell, 10 years ago, whatever they want,
Yeah, but
just
things
go back
really started
and then
to
look at it
change.
now.
And
Like
you're
they're
about my
just
age,
blind.
Lisa. I remember them taking prayer out of the school, and then the next thing was Pledge of Allegiance. They took out, you know. Then it went to the Christmas carols. We started,
God,
you know,
completely.
yeah. Everything just started
It's
to.
disgusting that they have to do that
Then
too.
they started. I remember when mothers used to stay home, and that was the
Raise
most
their babies,
important
and now
job
some of
to
us
the
are being mothers
family.
and fathers.
But then all of a sudden, mom started working, and the next thing you know, kids were, you know, daycares were popping up all over the place. The other thing was
Everywhere.
to take care of the elderly. You know, if your grandmother, your mother got old,
They stayed with you, right? Yeah.
yes. All of a sudden, there's nursing homes.
It's
are
like
all
our
over the
babies
place.
are being brought up in the system, and it is a
We
system. Okay, what
stopped
anyone says.
taking care. We stopped being a family unit, and they encouraged that. They
Heck yeah, and then
encouraged,
they took away our parental rights, just like they could come into my home and take me away from my child or do whatever they wanted.
and how we
And all someone had to do is make a phone
them.
call and say she thinks she has a thing called Morgellons disease with these fibers or strings coming out of her body. That's
Right.
all it took, and they took me. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Wow.
I mean, that right there, that is like freaking fighting words right there. Like somebody don't mess with the mother and her bear cubs. I mean, seriously,
That's right.
somebody could have died that
Yeah, but
night.
there's a lot of us that lost kids, you know. I mean, I'm not one of my kids are grown up, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to have to walk that walk. Bless all of you that
No,
are
it's hard.
raising
It's
kids
hard.
and
I have
going
4,
through.
and it's hard. It's hard to even watch them, and you can see the imprint and the impression that's been left on them before I ever knew what was. I didn't know. Like we all kind of come in like we got to go to school, got to get vaxxed and vaxxed. So and I look at them now, and I thought, I don't see myself forever sending them to public school ever, because I can see the conditioning just flow and
Yeah.
even everything that they think they're being independent, and they're speaking on an independent level. Like, oh, I know I went to college, blah, blah, blah. And the thing is, they're not, they're just repeating bullshit that they've heard. And I like, no disrespect. My babies are my babies, but I'm mad at myself because I didn't know either though. It's disgusting. It's sad. It's like, please tell me I didn't like ruin their hope for the eternal. And I just every day I just try, set the example, show the way. But when this happens and you're already isolated, right? The whole world's already seems like they make sure that you are completely without friends, without family, without somebody to where you do look like a mental case, to where you do look crazy. So
absolutely other
and
thing that
doctors
happens to
know.
us.
So if the doctor said, then she must be, because we trust doctors. Why do we trust doctors? Where did they get their information? Nobody ever freaking asked questions, ever. My problem was from day one, I've always spent more time in the corner asking questions than I did ever getting answers from the teacher. They just say corner. I'm like, but how do you know? How do you know this? And I get in trouble. Then I get in trouble at home for going to the corner for just asking how they knew.
Right.
So it's like hopeless, but it's not, but it is. It's a system, guys. They're structuring us. They are conditioning us to be the cute, sweet little obedient slaves that they need us to be. For entertainment purposes only, algorithm. So, yeah. I mean, and I shouldn't even have to say that. This is my channel. This is my life. I should not have to say that.
It used to be that
ridiculous.
way.
It's bullshit.
Used to be that way.
But I mean, I have to, because otherwise we can't get word out on any level.
Worse. It's going to keep getting
worse.
worse.
Yeah. But I'm walking on eggshells, really? What the heck happened to our human rights? Where did those
just
go?
Have an opinion. Just to have an opinion.
You can't do anything if it's not like opinion related to the mainstream, right? Don't speak. And then they teach society to reject you, shun you, and throw you to the wolves and make you no longer belong, which is great with me because I friggin' do not want to belong. I don't have a friend in the world here. I don't. I've been here 10, 11 years. I don't have one friend. My sister, brother, they all go on vacations. I never think about a little girl that doesn't have a husband or a daughter that, that she's with her mom. And we're just sitting here. We've just been sitting here 11 years, guys. And don't worry about us. We're just rolling with the damn punches while being sick and having a family that has not supported, not cared, not shown any love, but has shown a hell of a lot of very self-centered ways. So I'm too stressed out. I'm too this. Well, you know what? That's not. I'm stressed out like crazy, and I'm also, we know we're dying, right? We know it. We can feel it, but we also know we're here for a reason. But you don't hear us going, just can't handle your problems today. If one of us calls each other up, we are there for each other, right? Yeah. You guys are my family. My family has never done that for me, ever, not once, none. My aunts, my two aunts in New Mexico and Colorado.
We fell asleep on the phone. I swear we did. We must have fell asleep together.
That's true. That's true. There's an instant connection with both of you. Yeah, it's crazy.
My biological sisters, I haven't spoke to them. I mean,
my sister and I, speak in the past.
We just don't get along. We just,
Yeah, my brother hates me, I guess. I don't know why he says it. I guess I made him eat dog food as a kid. I was 5. I don't know. He's never forgiven me for much of anything. But I mean, I live it. I never live it down. I mean, and there's a lot of things I wish I could do differently. I didn't plan on doing that or anything else I've ever done. But I mean, I deserve forgiveness just like anyone else. Like, geez, please. I'm trying here. I'm struggling. I'm dying inside. And they don't care. They don't even see it because they don't even look. But it's okay, because that has given me more strength and courage than I could ever have dreamed I had within me. So thank you, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, my family won't even discuss it with me.
No. My dad called me crazy. Said, take her away when the cops were here trying to take me because I have Morgellons. So that's real love right there, right? Or just sitting in that.
The best is they let us out.
He's going to come get me.
That's even better. We're crazy, but they let us out here to run around.
Yeah, exactly. Well, mine was like, if you never talk about this again, you can go. And then they said, let me rephrase, you do not talk about this again. I wonder why. Why can I not talk about this? But you're letting me go back to the public, to my daughter. I mean, you guys are freaking
it's just
screwed up in the head and going to hell.
What do they call that thing that's, how do they say that? Oxymoron?
Oxymoron, yeah.
Is that it? Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
But it's like
the complete opposite of that. Yeah.
When they treat you for the delusional
parasitosis, yeah,
whatever. I just,
whatever they want to say it is, they'll make up
that. I can't even stoop that low. But we talked about it last night. The medicine they give you is for parasites.
Right. Like, what a coincidence! You're giving me parasitic medicine, but I don't have anything.
But
sorry, but those are the double ones.
Delusional parasitosis.
Yeah.
Why are you treating me for parasites?
The only
And I'm
delusions I've
telling you, I have
seen are
parasites,
them.
but you're not treating me. And not for nothing, people. America is the most disgusting country
It's
because
the
we
worst.
don't
Thank you.
treat for parasites.
Anti-American? Mm-hmm.
We
That's
are
Yeah.
right.
disgusting.
Unpatriotic? Yep.
Are you
You can
really
count me in.
thinking
I'm
that you don't
unpatriotic.
get worms?
I used to support. I used to love it.
Your dogs get worms. Your cats get worms.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You really think that you don't get that?
Right.
We
It's
don't
everywhere
treat
else.
for
It's
it.
evident everywhere else, but it's not possible when we're telling you. I mean, it makes no sense
I
at
think it's
all.
disgusting that we don't.
But that's because
don't
that's what I
acknowledge
finally
that.
figured. There's something else to this because that's just not normal
Mhm.
behavior. It's not. It's not normal behavior.
No, because
That's the day I realized
seriously,
there's
if
something
you look
bigger
it
and
up,
badder going on.
like the great grandparents, like our great grandparents, would treat for parasites. They treated
Right.
summer and fall, and they did it with mineral. What do we call
Ibuprofen
that?
is going to be your best friend ever.
Mineral spirits and a sugar cube, and they would do it. You know, if you look that up, it's true. And they
Oh, yeah.
treated for parasites.
No,
'cause
my
they-
grandma Ruby, I remember her doing that or talking
Yeah.
about it as a young girl. So, yeah.
But
That's
they-
my mom's name.
Ruby? Ah, that was my
Yeah.
dad's mom. I loved her so much. She's passed, but that's a beautiful name. So,
Yeah.
you know, we're spiritual warfare. I mean, we all know this. There's spiritual warfare going on all around us. You know, there's a lot of it.
Well,
It's not just one thing. But we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right, guys.
Morgellons would have been enough.
Yeah, it
And
would have
then
been
we throw
way
in
more than
medicine.
enough.
Yeah.
We're dealing with huge plates full of a heap
I
of.
mean, the topic of this, what it says, is Morgellons Spiritual. I mean, that's just kind of obvious to anyone who has it, you would think. But at the same time, I have seen even people who are activated like us that try to deny the spiritual aspect. They completely go scientific, say it's not possible to be a
They
spiritual
have to find
problem.
that logic for some reason
And
because
those,
of the
they get
system.
really aggressive about it. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
it's like they don't want to believe that by any
Agreed,
means,
yeah.
because that's fear to them, and just they don't want to go there. But it happens
they
to be
they
the
have to
truth.
have logic. They're dependent upon their logic, and it's sad
But
that they
the
are
problem
dependent
is
because it has to
this
be that
has
way.
nothing to do with logic.
Thank you. That's right. Your world is not logic like you were told. It is not what
Right.
you
Absolutely
just
not.
because you learned that in a school desk, and that is what happened. That you learned that it was instilled into your head, drilled into your head is more like it.
Right.
Doesn't make it so. Okay, and maybe the mathematical portion, the scientific portion might add up to in your realm what you're thinking on the vibration you're living on. But it doesn't in every other vibration. It's all different.
No.
So you got to remember, you're talking about sacred
Well,
geometry here. It goes way
yeah,
back. I mean, there's a lot more going on.
We're taught. Here's the box of what's sane and
Don't color
insane,
outside the line
normal and
either.
abnormal. And if
Yeah.
there's
It's not
anything
like that for us
outside of that,
anymore. We can't think
right,
like that. We have to
right,
think on every minute by
That's all I
minute
think
on
like.
our toes, because at
Mhm.
any moment, anything can happen. Remember when my legs turned black?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When I
Yes.
got out of the shower and when my legs, I mean, like,
So
it
bad.
was like they were rotten meat.
Yeah.
Didn't look like that, like, within 12 hours. But, like,
It's
they
yeah.
looked
That's
fine when I got
crazy.
in the shower. I had got 3
The black goo
streaks
seeping
when
out
I
of my
got
hands
the
and my
shower,
face.
and
Yes, me
my
too.
legs were black.
Me too.
Black. And then at
Wow.
12 hours later, I'm okay. That's
Right?
not,
And how is that possible? How are we not dead? You know, it's
We
like,
should-
how is this
Well, yeah.
happening?
I went to nursing school and I worked in the medical field all my life. We should be.
We should
Yeah.
be. And Candy Nelson says the same thing. We should be. She should be. We should all be dead. How are we living?
Right.
You know,
It's not
I mean, we know
possible.
how,
It's not
but
possible.
it's
not
it's
possible.
It's not
just like
possible
I'm
to
so
have
sick of
this
people
happen
saying
and
not
still be
possible because
alive.
everything is possible now. Everything. I'm not even surprised about anything
We shouldn't
anymore.
be here.
Right.
So,
The things that
ladies,
come in
I know
and out
that.
of our bodies, and no.
Yeah. Well, I just want you both to know I admire both of you so, so much. And you have both contributed so much to the Morgellons communities and every other community, because what I love about you girls is that your head's not just on Morgellons. You know, it's not just one, like you see the bigger picture. And I love that about you. And I have longed and looked for people
And I
like myself
I
to see
read
that
the
there's a much
Bible, and
larger
it's
picture.
all there. It's all of
betcha.
it's there.
You betcha.
You know,
Yeah, and
it's just, you know,
MK
right
Ultra
now,
are like,
it's
Trish
not
was,
about
it's
Morgellons for
too
me.
much.
It's about
Yes,
my
that's a
life
whole
after
different ball
this
game.
life.
Yeah.
It's not about this life for me anymore.
It wasn't ever about us to begin with, and it took whatever it took to get us in that mindset. I don't think I ever thought like that, but you know what I mean. We sure as heck
Yeah,
are.
but right now, I don't think that we
It's
got
crunch
time
time.
to. We can't. My people perish for lack of knowledge, and that sticks in my head all the time.
Every time, or
Yeah, me
people will
You
no
too.
know,
longer listen to sound teaching. It's here.
it's all of it. Like, seriously, who
Yeah.
changed? Who changed? Um, you know, remember the Lord's Day and keep it holy, the Sabbath day.
Yeah, that's not on Saturday.
It's not Sunday. It's
I mean, that's
Saturday.
not on Sunday. That's what I meant to say.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's crazy.
seriously, like, God's not, you know, he's,
Christmas is
I don't know him. I mean, I
really
know
not
him. I have
celebrated on a good
relationship
day.
with him. And the way I see it is,
No, it isn't.
he's righteous. And he tells you straight up, you know, do not take away, do not.
Sheila, you are so right. And I love it when
So
you
he
talk
didn't
about
change
scripture
it.
with that.
So I'm afraid for all those people. I'm not saying not go to church on Sunday. Just
Heartbreaking.
know who you're serving and who you're worshiping. Don't go blindly there.
Yeah, don't go blindly. You do your own research too. It's not that hard.
And that's not going to make you go to hell. I'm just saying, make sure that you understand that most people are whether they know it or not, worshiping something other than God.
The beast.
You know, it was a pope that changed that. God didn't change that. So what's God?
Yeah, I started
You
at the
kind of
Vatican.
have to go back to my people perish for lack of knowledge, and then the pathway is narrow,
And very few will enter.
But the thing about the people perishing for lack of knowledge, that pops up in my brain all the time too, Sheila. And I think I figured something out, at least for myself, which is that people can know about God, people can know the entire Bible by heart, people can go to church every Sunday for years, but if they don't know him like this, if they don't know him, then they miss the point altogether.
Many will call upon my name.
You betcha.
And say, Lord,
they're the first to cast stones too. I never
understood
understood that.
I never knew you.
Right.
Okay, forget the church.
Yeah, just because you went,
it's not about the church. You know,
it was
never about a church. The church.
We are the church. We are the body of Christ.
I was just going to say
that. Of us getting together.
There's no building in that. There's no building.
The thing of the church is like-minded people.
That's exactly right. Worshiping and fellowshipping together in the mindset of the Lord Almighty, the God Almighty and Lord above. I mean, it never said you go over here and you build your building and you put a name on it and you go there and build one.
In a building.
That's crazy. That's discrimination of its own.
Where we were giving money and doing all this crazy to make people rich, and he didn't preach in.
It's ridiculous, and nobody sees it. They're just like,
yeah,
we're tithing, we tithed, we put our, and making sure they see they put their money in. It's like, there's nothing about this that's good.
Really, if you read the Bible, every story is about a underdog person being chose to do something miraculous in the glory of God, and it's about love. It's about love.
The greatest of these is love. The greatest of all of these things is love.
It's absolute love.
Trish, what were you saying?
Oh, I honestly don't know.
I'm sorry.
It is though, Sheila. You nailed it. The greatest of these is love. It really.
Yes, and the becoming love should be the goal. I mean,
showing love, shining the light. You know, people need a light shined for sure. It's easy to get lost in this world. I mean, we're all struggling to get through it. You know, but if we don't stay on the right path, it's very easy to get lost. You know, all around us.
Doctrine stuff I can't do. I just can't.
That's actually what I was going to say. Was I mean, maybe it's just me, but if anybody who had a relationship with God and then this suddenly happened to them, I'd like to talk to the person who didn't wonder at first if God was mad at them, or you know what I mean? Like, and the first thing, it took me years. I mean, just this past year, I finally heard him, and this has nothing to do with him being angry at us. Nothing.
Right.
You know
And
what, Trish? I had this overpowering moment one time driving home from work. And that's when I was going through the I must not be God's child.
mm-hmm.
And the test, it came across my heart just like this. Like if he was sitting next to me, telling it to me.
Mm-hmm.
The test is not yours
Yeah.
because you have
Yeah.
loved even when you shouldn't.
That's right.
The test is theirs. Are they going to love you
Right.
or are they going to reject you? And
That's
it
why love is
floored
the answer.
me.
It really
It
is the answer.
floored me. Test isn't yours.
Amen. Amen. That was
Yes.
well spoken. Thank you for sharing that. The test isn't ours, and the cross isn't ours to bear. He already bore that for us. I mean, the greatest gift that we can give, though, is love, and that is, I think, that's the answer to everything. And the problem is, people don't know how to do it. The Bible said
To
people start
become
lacking
the-
compassion and
Doing this
sympathy.
right now. We're doing it out of love. We have so
Yeah.
much going on with this
All
stuff.
our heart.
We don't want people to suffer.
Yeah, it's not
Right.
like we
More
have
and
time
more.
out of our days to really, run and do this. We're working for the man too. But the thing
Not
is,
for nothing.
this
It's
is
full
like this
moon.
is a labor of love. It really is.
It's full
Right.
moon. We
It's a
go through
labor of
hell.
love. We wouldn't come out here and put our asses on the line either if we didn't
This
love
is
you
a
guys.
bad time of night for me. This is
Yeah.
awful for all of us. Nobody likes to be out
Yes.
at this
Yes.
hour. Okay, me and Trish
No, and
talked
I'm supposed
about
to
it,
be
me and
working on a
Lisa.
report. I sleep 3 hours a night, if that.
No, there's
It
really
gets
something
worse
to
at
the night.
nighttime because of, oh, well,
Yeah.
Sheila, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what she
Mhm.
said. Yeah, that is so true. It's
Yeah.
hard
And
for
it's
us to
full
have to
moon.
be here at this hour because
It's
there
full
are things
moon.
that we can see that most people can't. And it's not
Yeah.
good things. Being
Well,
awake
not
is
for
a
nothing.
really, really
Girls
hard thing to
celebrate
be.
pagan holidays.
Right.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow is a big one.
Yep. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Pagan
I
holidays
just
are
looked it
good.
up. Tomorrow is, I keep track of their
Yeah, but do
holidays,
you
and
realize
tomorrow
the
is one of them.
power? I feel the power.
You can feel it.
So do I. That's
You
what
can
I
feel the
said. I felt
intensity.
really weird because of that, and I believe
And
that's
it's
why.
full moon. When I was outside today, it looks like full moon. Is it full moon?
It's not full moon
It's
technically,
almost.
but it looks like it.
Yeah, it is almost
Well, it's
there.
a week before and a week after.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this shit.
I'm over it. I've thrown in the towel, dang it.
I'm going to go to the
Walking.
beach and drink a martini.
Full moon is the.
There you
Oh
go.
my gosh, full moon is in 2 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sheila and I were talking about that, as well as Trish and I spoke about that too. That full moon is intense, to say the least, and I don't know
It's
how
very
people
painful.
can't feel it. It's frightful, all right. But the Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear, and even though we're human at the end of the day, we still are human,
I
and it
beg
is a
people
hard thing to do.
to go to those Nibiru websites and just sit back. Just sit back.
Hey,
and
Sharon Johnson.
And see the pictures that people are posting. See the comments that are being left. And some people are awake.
Some are not.
They see
what's
going on.
You're right.
There. They see
so many still sleeping, though. So many still sleeping, guys. Please wake up. Please wake up.
Many.
You are loved.
One of those, please wake up. One of those groups that know about clouds, the people that they can tell you what this cloud is and that cloud is.
Because it's got a name.
And they're like,
Cirrus cloud.
What the F is that kind of cloud? That's not.
And even if you give it a name, oh my God.
I know what that is. I know what that is.
Yeah, I love it. It's like so you sat in a desk and someone told you the name of the clouds. That's great. Did they tell you how it was formed? Did somebody fart that cloud out?
Yeah,
what happened
they're
there?
saying, no, what the hell is this? That's what I'm saying.
Well, they're good.
They're waking up in different
Good.
ways. They're waking up.
People I see just like, oh, it's so pretty.
They would be able to name every cloud that was up there. And now they're saying, what the hell?
What is that cloud?
What is that? That's not,
well,
we don't.
I mean, I hear people giving them names like that's a wispy cloud.
Like, and then when I go under the comments and people are like, yeah, but do you see that? Do you see that in there? Do you see, the squares? Do you see the
perfectly symmetrical figures in the clouds, guys?
Or they'll be like,
enough said. Enough said right there. Right? Says it all. I'm
not for nothing.
Okay, throw the mic. Drop the mic, guys. Like, there's your sign. Where's your
clouds after 5 minutes? Like if you're outside and no matter what, even if you can't feel the breeze, something's moving those clouds.
Yeah.
They change shape. They don't
You,
speak the
yes,
same.
it's crazy. They get
Come
thick, a
on, people.
thickness, a consistency to them that's
It's I
not
can't take it.
normal.
Sometimes I just feel like
Yeah.
there's your sign.
There's just like, hey, we have another Morgie here with us, Sharon Johnson. She's a longtime friend of mine too. I love her to death. She was probably one of the very first people that I had spoken with ever on the phone. And she says, you know, with the Morgellons, she can never sleep at night, and we know all that, how that is. But she says we're keeping her company, so we're glad you're here, Sharon. We love you. She's an amazing woman. Also, she's a real estate agent. She's a go getter. She's like go like what, like us, you know, dying, it hurts. She's dying inside, like I'm hurting here, and she's still getting up and doing it every day, you know. And she's so selfless that she keeps it to herself. She doesn't want to overburden her, you know, old father, you know. And she's such a pleasant person to be around. She is just truly an amazing individual, and I'm proud to know her, just like you guys are. You guys are all. I'm always gifted. Just I can't believe how blessed I am to have friends like you guys. So thank you for that. Thank you very much.
You're amazing.
Well, we love you.
I love you guys a lot. And you know what? I don't know what I'd do without you either, but we need to continue these things here. And I think right now it is getting late. I know I saw Trish yawning, and I'm like sitting here thinking, still got to do a stupid report. See, the system still has us, right? But I know Sheila has had her grandchildren all day, and we were talking about how much energy it takes, a lot just for a normal, healthy person. But you throw Morgellons in the mix, and you know, and we're not getting any younger, and you put that in them, and it is a back-breaking job. And I don't care what anyone says. If you haven't done it, don't speak because you do not know. I mean, do not speak out of place if you have never had Morgellons or Morgellons and children at the same time.
I realize now that, you know, because I would always read in the very beginning that you know, the Morgellons people would leave their families and go isolate.
Yeah.
And sometimes now, I think maybe it's more for them and not their families. It's exhausting.
For them,
it's exhausting.
It is.
You're fighting to keep something that
it's so exhausting.
That's not there anymore.
Yeah, and you're trying to be alert and awake and aware, and it's hard.
And it's enough to take care of my body and what I deal with coming off my body, let alone, you know, other people. It's tough. I mean, how many of you, be honest, really are comfortable to go into a Walmart restroom and use the toilet?
No.
Yeah, that's
amen. That's awesome.
No.
It's just, there you go. No, not happening. I go poppy squawk it out, like my daughter used to call it poppy squawk it, papa squat. I'll go around and go poppy squawk it out and like back 40. Like I just, you see what's all over the floors of everywhere you go, and the debris is just rolling off people. I mean, they got it. They just don't know
That's
it.
actually something
come on,
that
they left untouched, from toilet paper to paper towel. Come on.
Everything.
Well,
sanitary.
Just don't notice.
Yeah. What were you saying, Trish?
Oh, it was, I hope I'm allowed to say this on here, but it was something that I had come up with. I just asked a question, and this is no offense to anybody who chooses to wear a mask, but I asked them, I said,
you already know what's in those.
How many of you mask wearers keep your mask on when you're going to the bathroom at a public Walmart? I mean, I'm sorry, but that's 10 times more toxic than whatever you're going to be breathing.
I have a video on where I spray mine, and hello nanu pops out, and it's like, you can't make it up, guys. I don't have a teeny tiny little needle and thread. I'm like, let me just sew these little worms in here, and I'm gonna just do that, and then they gotta pop out, and ta-da! I'm a magician. It'll work like that.
Let's breathe our waste in all day long.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just so much. There's so much to this, and that's why we're doing what we're doing, and these ladies are part of the family, so they'll be on. Candy was sick, guys. She's been really sick. I don't know if she has COVID. She sounds like she did. She couldn't even hardly move out of bed. Bless her heart. So if you guys wondered about that, that's why.
No,
so I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Awesome. She was doing awesome.
Yeah, she's just, I think COVID might have hit her. I don't know. I don't know. But I just know that Candy is a go-getter. So she must have been feeling really rough. Yeah. So those that missed us on, Friday night.
I also got to meet her in person, and that was really cool. She's a really neat lady.
Yeah. Well, I apologize.
You guys are all wonderful. What is this for that?
This wasn't planned tonight.
No.
at all. No notes,
Right.
we're winging it.
We're
Yeah.
winging it. And you know what? Sometimes that's what we got to
right.
do. Yeah. Carl Schultz was going to come on, but he was sleeping. He's got a really bad headache. And Carl, we wish you
He's a
love and
wonderful
blessings. And I
man.
hope your headache gets better. Prayers for you, dear. So, all right, ladies,
He's
we want
a
to close this
wonderful,
out.
wonderful guy.
Bye. Love you,
Good
love
night.
you, love you. Thank you, ladies, for coming on. And love you
you
guys out
too.
there. And we're here for you. Bye. We'll see you
Good night.
later. Okay, we're ending the stream. 3, 2, 1.